Hey everyone, my name is Chris. I am the creator and co-host of the Difference is Black and White podcast. I want to personally welcome you and thank you for checking us out. This episode is going to get you triggered. Abortion and Kevin Samuels are controversial and divisive subjects in the news today, and we thought we could have a heated and spirited debate about both, but unfortunately our conversation turns disrespectful. So we need to remind the viewers that our guests' opinion are their own and do not reflect the opinions of DJ Bree, myself, or the producers of this show. However, we want our guests to share themselves openly and freely so we can have a raw discussion about difficult subjects. If you want to contribute to the conversation, please like and subscribe to all our social media pages. And now remember, this episode is triggering, but please enjoy.
What's the difference between me and you?
All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to The Difference is Black and White. We got another episode coming to you. I got two extra guests today here. I got Major DeVoe with us, and I got Vax with the Facts joining us. We got a really fun episode. We got two different things we're talking about. We got abortion, which obviously is in the news, but we also have Kevin Samuels is officially dead. Like him or hate him.
Damn.
What do you guys think?
Right? He's officially dead, guys.
He's dead. It was,
Yeah.
it was a rumor. Nobody knew.
It was a rumor, the first 24 hours.
Yeah.
So
Sadly, his mom found out on social media, too.
That's crazy.
I would hate that.
That is pretty sad.
I would really hate that. But let's talk about Kevin first, since a lot of he's very divisive. Anybody actually follow him? Because I actually didn't know about him until his death, honestly. So
how can you say he's divisive if you don't know about him?
other people have told me about this.
So other people's word rather than you going to find out for yourself.
actually,
no, well, I
But
researched.
actually, he did.
I
That's the whole
did
point
go.
of why he made that opinion.
Yeah. Exactly. I did. I went and watched some videos myself, and a lot of it, I don't want to be controversial, but a lot of it's like, okay, I could see how that's could be offensive to people, but I could also see like he's telling the truth, but what other guys think. So it's hard for me to really form an opinion on him just because it's both. It's both. Like if you could be offended by it, you can be offended by it. But I think he's being honest with a lot of guys what they think. Now he's very blunt about it. He's very on the nose about it. But
He's a man.
yeah.
He's a man. That's how we talk.
Well, now we're gonna say what's the definition of woman? What's the definition of man?
I'm not
The
doing
Congress.
that.
I know, right?
Why not?
That's what we do here.
doing
That's
that.
what we do here.
Hey, we don't be scared of nothing
Don't be
uncomfortable.
scared. It's just uncomfortability.
Bro, stop.
Stop.
Like, stop. Like, just stop.
we
You already know how I go. Vax with the facts. You know what it is.
So
like,
that's
stop,
why
stop.
Vax with the facts
I'm
was
just
asked
letting.
to be
I'm
on this
telling you.
episode.
All I'm gonna say is that it is a difference in the way that men speak and women speak. Kevin is a man. The way that men he would speak that way if he was playing basketball, if he was playing Monopoly. He would speak that way if he was talking with his friends watching
Have you
sports.
played Monopoly with Kevin Samuels?
It doesn't matter. I'm speaking on how men speak. We have a way that we speak. And women are mad at Kevin because he speaks with a tone of a man. When men speak to each other, we speak straight. When women speak, y'all scribble. That's why most women don't got friends, because y'all not real with each other. You want me to give an example? You'll tell your fat ass friend that weighs 352 pounds that she looks good in a spaghetti strap that you know that she doesn't look good in. You'll hit her with the yes, bitch, yes. She needs to yes a gym membership, but y'all won't tell her that because that's not how women roll. But a man, if my friend is my friend and he sees me getting fat, he's gonna be like, hey, my nigga, you getting fat, and you getting big, and your friend. He's not going to get mad. He's actually going to look at himself and be like, damn, that's how men operate. We operate on a code. Women don't have a code. And they want to tone control Kevin Samuels because he tells them the truth about themselves. They hate on him when they call his show. How y'all mad at me when y'all
true. You're
Oh,
calling
call my
in.
show?
You're
But that
calling
was
in
the
the
biggest
show.
thing for me, though. Like, you watch his shit and then get mad.
Most of
Like,
his
don't
new
watch it.
subscribers are women.
Don't watch it.
But here's another kicker. This is the thing that really pissed me off, right? Because Kevin Samuels started off for years. He's been on YouTube for over 8 years before he started talking about women.
did a
He's
lot of
been
fashion-
helping
a lot of
men.
fashion stuff,
He was
yeah.
he doing fashion, cologne, hygiene for men, calling men out way before he got on women. So now all of a sudden, now they want to paint women as a monolith. Now they're weak. Now they can't hear the truth about themselves. It's bullshit. If he was gay, they wouldn't have a problem with it. If it was Derek Jackson,
He was known as being gay.
he wasn't gay. Nobody had any evidence of it. That's what they say
he
when
even,
they.
He even talked about it himself on camera.
He never said that he was gay.
He said, even if I
No, he
was,
did not.
so what?
Even that's what y'all did. That's what y'all women do. That's what y'all women do to shame him.
So what?
That's what they do to shame him when they tell y'all the truth. Y'all try to emasculate them or say something about their sexuality. That's a woman's
please don't
code.
put me in the y'all women because I'm just.
Well, you just brought it up.
I'm just being real.
They do the same shit.
I'm just being real.
Well, so is he. So why can you be real and everybody just accept it? But when he's real as a man and nobody can accept it, that's the fucking point.
Now, can I ask you a question? As a man, can you just bring your tone down just a little bit?
Oh,
That's kind of
Here
aggressive.
we go. Kevin said, y'all see this? Y'all see this? You can't be a man in America, man. You gotta. Women these days, they want subservient bitches, bro. They don't want men because they can't handle men because men do not let women with a lot of lip slide. They'll cancel her ass and go get somebody else. Women cannot take rejection. They will let a subservient bitch ass nigga reign supreme in their world because they can control him and talk to him any kind of way. But they know that's not sliding. They know that's not sliding with a real one. So they can do that. And there's a lot of chumps out here that allow that shit. Kevin addressed that shit too. He had no problem telling her, make your dick too small. You don't make enough money for this bad bitch that you want. You live with your mama. Nobody said shit. That little nigga had to take that shit and eat it. Nobody said shit. The women were like, go, Kevin, we love you.
Right.
The moment he says it to a girl that got 3 kids by 3 different dudes, is using not taking care of herself, but she expect a top tier NBA nigga. Do that make sense?
Okay,
Now,
so
I will say, okay, go ahead. You can, go ahead. I'm gonna wait for a minute because I would actually like for you to get everything out that you have to say before I say anything. I'm gonna be quiet. So go ahead.
No, so I just want to know. So how do you think the death of Kevin Samuels impact the black community?
The same way it would have impacted if Beyonce died. The fuck you talking about? Yeah, this impacted men. This impacted men the same way that Beyonce died would impact women.
So you hurt?
I am hurt.
Okay.
You know why I'm hurt? Because black men in general, the way that the world is run now, they are trying to destroy the patriarchy, which can never be destroyed because men run shit. We built all this shit women complain about. If you take men off the face of the earth, the shit gonna blow up because bitches don't like each other. Point blank, period. They got no code and they don't listen, and that's proven. Go watch every reality show on TV. Women can't get along for shit. Point blank, period. So shout out to the patriarchy never being destroyed. Shout out to y'all uniting over feminism and handing your rights to men in dresses, dummies. I will really cook y'all because y'all don't know what the fuck y'all stand for. Y'all just follow trends.
Can I ask you who is the y'all that you're
y'all
talking
women,
to?
vagina mafia.
So you're talking to me?
Yes. You and your vagina mafia
you'll
women.
Cook me in my vagina.
Yes.
You don't even know
And
what.
one.
It don't
matter.
You don't
It
even
don't
know
matter.
my stance or my opinion to tell me anything. You have no idea whether I agree or disagree with you.
Hey.
You're just talking.
Hey, and I'm gonna continue to talk because
You
we
can
on a
continue to talk,
podcast.
and not listening. That's exactly what you're talking about right now.
Well, I'm going off what you already said.
Okay,
about
so
Kevin.
what is your stance, Major?
Yeah, let's hear Major's out.
I think that personally, Kevin Samuels he experiences, or he allows women and men to see the perspective of what other people think in different positions. I think it's all about perspective. He shares his perspective. A lot of things that he says can be true. A lot of things that he says are also like, I know a lot of people who that's not true for them. Mm-hmm. So there's always somebody who is, there's no textbook woman, there's no textbook man, there's no textbook anything.
Facts.
So to say all women this or all women that is just really ignorant to me personally, because there's always an exception. There's always a different situation. There's always an example that can be something that disproves any statement, and that's just fact. So when it comes to me, I think that, some people have to realize that some situations are out of their league. But that goes all around. Just the way he was talking to men, some men need to hear it, just like some women need to hear it. Men and women accept things in a different way.
Facts.
And that's just facts. So the women are responding differently from the way the man did, and that's why he blew up over the women. Because women respond to things like, oh, you're attacking us, everybody watch it. And he took that, and it's a marketing strategy. So we understand marketing strategy. No offense, that's why we brought you here. So with that being said, that controversy makes you money. He made a lot of money off of pissing people off, and I'm never mad at that because he figured out what works for him. He figured out what works for him. Now, at the end of the day, as a woman who has been a lot of the times the women that he's referencing, like, you can't be a high-value woman. Look at you. You're 32 years old. You got 3 kids. What? You got da-da-da-da. You want to get a man. Are you kidding me? You know the type of men that are in my DMs? You know the type of, quote-unquote, what's considered high value? I have those, but I choose not to because I just choose to be alone. I choose to work on myself. Not because I'm sitting here worried about a weak nigga, a strong nigga, any type of nigga. I'm worried about myself, making myself a high value person to me and not to the perspective of the world. Like, it doesn't really matter who thinks I'm high value or not. I'll find a person that's for me. Because the one thing that he doesn't talk about is personality. There's so much more than how does a person look, how does their body, how do they dress, and how much money do they have?
So tell women
and what
that.
is their class? We're talking to women and men right now, so this is us telling them that. So there's more to it besides that. You have to have actual genuine connection with a person. How about that? That's something that's never really discussed. You have to actually like that person enough to be around them. It's not just about, you can be high value, you can cook, clean, have a degree, have a body that's natural, no kids, beautiful teeth, beautiful mouth, nice hair, all these things, and be a shitty ass person. And that makes you what? A high value shitty person? Doesn't make sense. So there's so much more to it than the superficial level, a lot of things that he discusses.
Well,
but I don't
people
think that
are
he's wrong.
superficial.
Most people are superficial, but like I said, there's always an exception. I'm not a superficial person, so I don't really think that a lot of the things that he says applies to me, but I do think that they apply to some people. But me personally, not so much. Now, I have a friend I have two friends. One who's been on his show who got roasted, and one who actually does a segment with him and has her own show with him, who's a woman.
So how did his death affect you?
To be honest, his death did not affect me in any way. No offense, but it just didn't. It's just like another person that was here that, he didn't put no money in my pocket. He didn't change my life. He didn't offend me. We're talking about it because it's a relevant issue and it has affected other people. So we want to discuss it so that they can be able to express how they feel. But it didn't really affect me.
So how do you feel about, you as a woman, how do you feel about the other women that, commenting under his post after he died, celebrating his death?
I feel like it is not okay to celebrate somebody's death. At the end of the day, that's not cool because whether you agree with them or disagree with them, there's plenty of things in this room right now that I could disagree that he's going to say. I'm not going to celebrate his death. You know what I'm saying? It's just not that. You would have to be Hitler for me to celebrate your death. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You would have to be literally a person that's out here murdering and
I don't
destroying.
know. If that motherfucker Trump died, I'm just kidding.
You want white people to watch the show?
Yeah, I want white people.
Don't back down about Trump.
I'm
Not a Trump fan, but
No, but
I love Trump.
How do you feel about the women commenting under his posts?
Fuck him. Fuck him. You the women he was talking about. Hey, it's going to come back to you, man. Yeah. Hey, man, you should never wish no death upon your enemy. It's all good. Or comment and celebrate. Like, it's all good. It's all good. Y'all gonna get y'all's. Y'all gonna get y'all just do y'all feelings was hurt. And that's women. Y'all can't take the truth. Y'all can't take rejection. That's been proven. It don't matter who say what. It's been proven. It's still gonna be proven. And niggas still gonna carry the torch. Even though the Godfather gone, they mad.
So who's up next?
Man, Bama's been up. Tommy Sotomayor been talking this shit before Kevin Samuels, Ari Spears, dudes. This is not anything new. If you date and you're a sensible man that has a brain, you see this shit. If your eyes are open, you see how the world is. You see how they're trying to emasculate men, eradicate men, elevate femininity, all that bullshit. There's nothing wrong with elevating women, but you have masculine and feminine. They're made for principality of being together. It's not elevating one over the other. It do not work like that. You bring something, I bring something. I give you this dick, you give me a baby. I give you some groceries, you give me a meal. I give you a house, you make it a home. But it's not like that.
It's not like that because we live in a society now where it's not, I give you a house and you do this. It's everybody grows up and everybody comes out of a vagina. Everybody goes to school. Everybody goes to college. Everybody gets a job. You find a person who you feel like you match with. You hope that that person has worked just as hard as you have so you guys can come together and make a life out of each other, make a life with each other. It's no longer the man is holding everything and the woman is, we're not in 1965 anymore. So especially when you say like all women, because we have different roles today than what we did.
That traditional, you like that
It's
traditional.
not about traditional.
No
You can be traditional and still work. What the fuck y'all talking about?
No,
Nobody is saying I'm in a house and you stay home.
You're not gonna bring me a house if I already have a
come on.
house. I'm saying as a man, what can you do for me that I can't do for myself that makes me feel like you deserve some type of a higher position to me in a hierarchy when at the end of the day, I can pay for everything that I need for myself.
I said it was a hierarchy. I said we're...
I'm just letting you know. If I can do everything for myself,
you can do everything for yourself.
Exactly. So as a man, so as a man, I buy a house.
She can
you
or
make it
she
a home.
can't.
She can't. CANT. You can't. Y'all are not independent. You need men for everything. You are interdependent.
See, that's very
You women need men for everything.
That's a very interesting concept.
Call a woman to fix your car right now. Can you do it? Name one right now. Do you know a mechanic right now?
I know a female but I do know a female that can fix a car though.
I'm not talking to you.
But you
We're just
saying
speaking facts. They exist. So to say
There's
that,
not many.
if you're gonna use that one thing,
I know.
Okay.
I can keep going down the line. I do this every day.
Okay, name a man that gives birth to a child.
You can name a woman that can get pregnant without this dick. Exactly. Insemination. You still need a fucking dick to have a child.
Let's speak some facts real quick.
There's
a whole Amazonian race of women
know about
that
that
was
Amazonian
discovered
shit. We don't live in that
literally
time.
had no exactly.
Nobody
We no
wanna hear
longer
about
live
that
in the
shit.
time.
Wait,
Do it
you
right
say
now.
that what?
It's historical fact. There was an Amazonian race of women that had no men, where they reproduced asexually. It's fact. That's why he said what he said, because it's
Queen
a fact.
Khalifa and them, bro.
It's
Do
a
your
fact.
research. California's named after them. Queen
It's facts.
Khalifa.
It's real. But anyway,
But we ain't trying to go back to all that bullshit. Talk about right now. Name a
We're
woman
talking-
right now
okay,
that
so
can get
talk
pregnant
about
without
right
this
now.
dick.
Talk about right now.
None of them.
Talk about right now. Realistically, at the end of the day, the X and Y chromosomes are dying out. Men are dying out. That's facts. That's why there's 15 women to every one man.
Where are men dying
There's
out at?
15 women to every
Where are
one
men dying
man.
out at?
There's 15 women to every one man. If women decided to one day, if you say you're stronger, you're this and that, if women decided to one day team up, you guys would be outnumbered, bro.
We'd be outnumbered, but I don't think y'all
I'm just
win.
saying.
What they're gonna do though is they're gonna go, no nut November. It's gonna be no nut all year. Then they'll win. That's when
I mean,
they'll
at the end of the day,
They won't win.
there are plenty of women who have no interest in being with men and literally just masturbate and are okay going to work. One of my clients is the top stylist that does costumes in Hollywood. She owns a $3 million house. She cannot stay in a relationship because she chooses not to. She has no time. There's nothing that a man can do for her. She's like, I try to be with them, but these men just can't do anything for me. It's like they can't do anything for me that I need a man in my life. And I'm 60 years old, and I'm the top person, and I will never
Nobody wants to be with her because she's 60. Who wants to be with a 60-year-old, weak-ass old bitch? Who does? Men don't even want that.
So you're telling me relationship is an age? So you're telling me there's an age range to relationships?
If I grew with her to be 60, that would be different.
My grandma got married like at 60, 70.
Yo, stop that shit. Stop with that anecdotal bullshit. Like,
stop with that,
Just because you know one fucking person don't mean shit.
It does mean something.
There's no one-track mind. She's fucking 60.
It's statistics.
First of all, if she's
Ratios.
60, she probably aged like a fucking prune already.
Women lie and men lie, but numbers don't lie, and that's fact.
So we're gonna segue into our next
You want
topic.
to get up, Kevin, already?
We done talking about Kevin.
I just don't like to be. At the end of the day,
we done talking about Kevin.
I just don't like to be. Oh, y'all women, this and that. Because let me. You did.
Nobody said all
Okay,
women.
so can we segue to the next?
Some women? Can we say? And that would make me feel a little bit
No,
less.
I'm not gonna change what I said.
Because
If you take it that way.
I have yet to say on any podcast here, all men anything. Because
I never said all women. I never said all at all.
Did say
Y'all and all are two different things.
So
Y'all
I
and
said,
all.
you said,
If
yes,
the
you
shoe
and all
don't
your-
fit,
you and all
don't
your,
wear it.
You and all your women posse.
If the shoe
You
don't
did
fit,
say
don't
that.
wear it.
It's okay. It's on camera, so we can everybody.
Oh,
who's watching
we
it
definitely
can see what happened.
Hey,
But it's
that's
cool.
one thing
That's one
about
thing you
having
can't-
shit recorded is
We'll play
there.
it back. We'll put an instant replay real slow-mo.
I want to know about you guys' views on abortion. Are we pro-choice or are we pro-life?
Hold on, where are you originally from? Are you originally from California?
No.
Where are you originally from?
I'm from Virginia.
Okay, he's from Virginia. I'm in LA. Major, where are you originally from?
Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Freeport, Bahamas, right? And then you're from LA.
Compton, cuz.
So yeah, so we all have our little different perspectives. So now we can go around the room. I'm pro-choice. Is it complicated?
No, it's not. I'm pro right decision.
Right decision.
That's what I'm
No,
pro.
so
But
we
that's
go. We
pro-choice.
just go.
You either
We
get to
just go
choose.
start
I can't-
pro-choice. No,
I don't know because the Roe versus Wade shit has.
No, just
No, nothing to
listen.
do with
Just
that.
listen.
Do you want?
Just
Is it okay
pro-choice
for somebody else to make
or
the decision?
pro-life?
Is it
And
pro-
then we'll talk. Then we will talk
Yeah.
about it. Just pro-choice or pro-life, and then we'll talk about it. You can explain.
I don't know. Faz. I'm pro middle. I can't give.
But if you're
I can't-
pro-choice, if you're pro-choice, then you support people being able to decide for themselves. Like for yourself, like you could be anti-abortion all the way, but I'm still pro-choice for other people to make that decision for. I'm not gonna let the government or me say, sorry, you can't.
I have so much to say, and yet so
Okay,
little
but
to
we
say.
let's get with the bullet
we'll
point.
go. But we'll go pro-choice, pro-life, and then we get.
So I'm gonna
into-
pass that part where I choose one side because just like Yappy, it's a loaded ass question.
it's
too loaded for you to
impossible
answer.
to pick
You can't
just
just say
one
that
side,
because
bruh.
there's so many. There's something wrong with both sides.
Exactly.
There's something so flawed in the pro-choice. There's so many fucking flaws.
I wanna know
There's so many
what's
flaws
wrong
in the
with
pro-life.
allowing people
to
So-
choose.
And at the end of the day, we're arguing over something that was never designed for us to actually prosper. When you think about it, like it was not designed for the black community to be able to be happy. It was designed to keep the population low. And that's why you see them in the communities that have poverty. That's why you see them in black communities. That's why you see only Planned Parenthood in Mexican communities. You don't see any white
That
people
is
ever
not
going
true.
there.
I've been to Planned Parenthood.
Okay.
That is not true.
What
So-
Planned Parenthood
okay, okay.
is it?
Santa Monica.
Exactly. And who's in there?
White people.
Yeah, right.
White people.
All right.
What you going there for?
But first of all, Santa Monica has a lot of.
Luke might not have been
Santa
born.
Monica has a large LGBTQ community, and that's why there's one in Santa Monica because they always also put them really close to where the LGBT community is because that's where they have a lot of reasons that they need to go there, and they need that option there.
Okay.
So they're not going to see that in Lost Hills. You're not going to see that in way down there like in Calabasas. They don't have one.
Well, here's the thing. Planned Parenthood is a free clinic, so they don't.
Why do you think it's free?
Because those areas that need it don't have the health insurance.
Think about it. Why do you
hold
think
on.
it's really
Let's
free?
get your answer first. Let's go past your conspiracy theories. Let's get your
It's
answer
not
first.
conspiracy. It's
Okay.
just facts.
It is. No, it's not.
No. It's not conspiracy. I'm gonna tell
So,
you the
can
real.
we
I
just
watched.
get a
I watched about 5
so
documentaries on the
she-
history of Planned Parenthood and how it started,
Is
so
it
that I can have
YouTube?
Okay,
facts.
but
to
she's
show
not
you.
gonna
documentary?
give us what we asked for. They want to go on. Like we
Yeah,
asked
go
for.
on.
We asked for a
You
simple.
gotta skip
Okay.
me.
Pro-
All
All
right,
I
so
have
go
an
ahead.
answer for that.
They can't give. So what about you?
Okay, so I am pro-choice.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna start with that, and then I will engage and go further.
Sure. Well, let me ask the question then. For you two, then, why is it hard for you to say pro-choice versus anti-choice against abortion completely?
Because
In the case of incest, rape, all that. Because what you're saying is you choose the other side from pro-choice. You're saying nothing.
Somebody that was very close to me was raped
Mm-hmm.
in my family, and we all had to go through that with her and decide was this a decision that she wanted to make.
Right. You're also the only person in here with a vagina.
And I'm also the only person in here with a vagina, and to be real. So like, when we really talk about it, there's so many things flawed in it because the history of it, like I said, was designed to keep the population of poverty down. It wasn't designed for us to
You
just
talking
have
about
a
eugenics?
choice.
well, I really
You
don't
talking about
care what it
eugenics?
was designed for.
But at the
You
end
know
of the
what I'm
day,
saying?
when we say Black Lives Matter, you have to understand that this was designed to keep Black lives low. And understand that when we say Black Lives Matter, when you think about a baby being aborted at 26 weeks old, that is a Black life.
Wait, are you saying Black Lives Matter was
But it's
designed?
not only black
I'm
people having
saying,
abortions.
the
though.
majority of the people that go to Planned Parenthood are Hispanic and Black, and that's a fact.
So it's
Whoever
40,
wants
40%
abortion,
of the,
they
40%
seek
of the
out-
population is black that have abortions. Yes. So they're a higher percentage.
It's a higher percentage of
Correct.
Black people that are going to get an abortion.
Okay.
And with that being said,
Yeah, but some of them are not using the abortion. Like they're like
that's my problem.
having like just random wild sex.
that's my problem.
That's
That's
the
my problem.
excuse.
There should be precautions on that. There should be some type of limitation.
Yeah, you
I
should
don't
only
think
be
a
able to
woman
get
should be able
abortions
to-
if you get raped.
I don't think a woman should be able to get 10 abortions in a year. That's crazy to me. I don't think a woman should be able to abort their baby at 27 weeks old. As a
120
mother,
million
Is it-
babies have
as a
been
mother
aborted
who's
in the
given birth to
past
3
couple
babies,
years.
I could not see myself when I go get an ultrasound at 25 weeks. That's a full-grown fucking baby. It has arms, legs, everything. That's a full-grown baby. It has a penis if it's a boy. It has a vagina. It's already developed everything. For you to go take that baby out, you have to literally break the arms off and break the legs off and break the baby out piece by piece and suck it out with the vacuum and
Right.
suck it off. First of all, it's not only traumatizing to the woman's body, but you are literally you're killing a baby that's already alive. So
Right.
at the end of the day, like if you want to go ahead and get a pill because you're only 11 weeks and the baby hasn't developed and you change your mind or you find out, okay, I'm all about that. If that's what you choose to do because you're not in place. But if you're 27 weeks pregnant, why don't you look up some open adoptions? Because people who do open adoptions, guess what? They usually have money. Which means that if you don't have the
You
money,
sound anti.
I'm not anti. I said
But you
if-
are, because what you're
No, what I'm
the
saying
way
is that there should be limitations on it. It shouldn't be open to everybody to do it
That's-
up to so far.
Okay.
But who are
another
you
thing,
to
though,
say that,
It's like
though?
it's
Who
a
am I
lot
to
of
say that?
Yeah,
A person
who-
that cares about life? Because
But that's
we all have
fine.
the right to vote
That's
on this,
fine.
right? We all
Yeah.
have the right to vote
And
on
you
this,
can vote
right?
however you
I
want.
don't know if you can say that.
But
I don't know if you can say that.
I can say whatever I want, just like you can.
here's the problem, though, and this is why I'm pro-choice. It's not my role. It's not my decisions.
You're
It's
a man too, so I understand why you feel that way.
Well, there's that too, but it's not
Men
my
should
decision.
be in control.
We're gonna get there.
In
You should be in control, meaning you should wear a condom and you
In control of abortion for women's
Wait.
bodies being
No.
being
I think
able
that
to
Hold on,
if
get
you
hold on,
don't,
hold on.
if you don't
You said-
see yourself
you
having
said
a
we
child
should
with
wear
somebody, you should be
condoms?
sleeping with them.
Yes,
Okay, but women
should, exactly.
women can wear condoms.
Women control
but
sex.
But
There's-
women do mischievous shit
No, I
and
know.
poke holes and
Absolutely.
do shit. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So
but I'm saying the
and
men,
let you fuck raw. I mean,
right, yeah.
duh.
The men,
Let you do what you wanted to do
120 million.
anyway, right? Let you do what you wanted to, what
But-
you requested to do. Let you
it's-
fuck
yeah,
raw.
but
So you
it's-
just proved the whole point right
But-
there.
No,
What
but
do you
it-
mean? What do you mean? Let us fuck raw? We can't
you
even
just
fuck
said it.
you
You
if
just
you
said
don't
it.
give us consent. Women control the gateway to sex.
Sometimes there is no consent.
There is
well, then
exactly.
that's rape, and that's different.
we talking about consensual sex.
Either way,
but we're talking about consensual sex though.
Let's be real.
But we're talking about consensual.
You guys push sex on women, and then it's like.
But we're talking
Oh,
about.
God,
But we're talking
here we
about
go.
consensual sex.
There's plenty of
We're talking
examples.
about consensual
Let's
sex.
Even
narrow
if
it
it's
down.
consensual, it can be pressured, and that's something that as men, you guys do not
Oh, my
understand that
God.
perspective because you're men.
Consensual
Not
sex.
speaking as a woman.
Okay, but we're not talking about you being pressured. We're talking about
But
consensual.
I'm referencing what he said when he said, you guys let us fuck raw. So that's
Y'all
your
do.
fault.
Y'all do let us fuck raw.
That's
If
a choice
you
we
are
both
wanting
made.
to do something-
That's a choice we both made.
So you made that choice though for us because I'm the one that's gonna have the baby. And
I
you
can't
say
fuck
don't wanna
raw
have
if
the
you
baby.
don't allow me.
Yeah, if you say
Duh, it's your pussy.
Okay, so if it's my pussy, then it should be my pussy to be able to get an abortion or not too, right?
Okay, yes. All right, so that I do agree with. But all right, so now let's flip that, right? Because there's another scenario where women don't want to have the baby, but men want to have the baby, right?
I've
So
heard that.
hold
That
up.
is true.
Let me speak. So this is where the double standard in this abortion shit takes a different turn, right? So when the man doesn't want to have the baby and the guy might be rich and the girl wants to have the girl's like, no, we're gonna keep it, and the guy doesn't want to have the baby, they can have it, and she can take him to court and take over all his shit.
And see, that's how,
I don't
that's
think
what
that's fair
I that's
either.
what
I
I
don't think
feel.
that's
I
fair
feel that
either.
is fucked
And
up.
I don't
that's
think
fucked
that's
up.
fair
I feel that
either.
is fucked up.
I don't
I
think
feel
it's
that is
fair
fucked
Hold
up.
up. But when the guy wants to have the baby and the girl's like, nah, she just goes and aborts it and it's nothing.
And
It's
no consequences, no
exactly, no
nothing.
consequences. And
Yeah,
that's,
and I
But here's
think
the
that's
thing,
fucked
though,
up.
is
I don't think that's fair either.
To respond to that, yes, it sucks if it was with that person, but guess what? You can still have another baby. You can go find somebody you want to be with and that wants to have that child.
that's fine, but
And
that's
have that
where
baby.
the abortion caveat comes in right there, where they can use that shit to their advantage.
They can use it against
and
you.
that is why this abortion rule that I'm happy that they just passed, or Roe versus Wade, I'm happy that it passed. You want to know
It's
why?
not passed yet.
No, it is gonna pass though. You want to know why? But what it's gonna do? It's gonna make women be more accountable for shit.
No,
It's
can I
gonna-
tell you
Let me-
something?
Can I speak?
Yeah,
Let
go
me
ahead.
speak. Thank you. Y'all are triggered like Janae Aiko. Thank you. Because if, first of all, allow me to give you guys knowledge on Roe versus Wade. Jane Roe, they passed that law because she lied about being gang raped. Okay? Just in case y'all don't know. She was having a fun night out on the town, and she did something promiscuous, and she didn't want to fuck up her reputation, and she lied on people. Do y'all research.
Okay, it
Do
happens
your
all the
research,
time. Yeah,
okay?
it's wrong.
So
It's
that's
okay.
why that shit came into fruition, right?
Uh-huh.
Exactly. Because of her being a woman and lying. That is another problem in the world, right? They're allowed to lie and allowed to do exactly what we just discussed. So I'm happy that this shit is going to get overturned, because now that these women are promiscuous on vacation, the ones that sleep with all these unsolicited men that they don't know, that get pregnant by ballers that don't want the baby, now they can't fucking escape it. Now they got to adhere and motherfucking
Now let's talk
accept
about
accountability.
what if men could be pregnant?
Well, guess what? We can. And
me
we pregnant
respond.
before you because we carry babies in our nuts the whole time. So be happy that you even get them.
Look,
Wow.
here's the problem.
No, not
What-
shut up for real. You know something.
You
And
chilling.
What the
You-
Supreme
it's
Court's
not.
going to do is make it okay for states to outlaw it.
We know that.
That's not going to prevent people
Can
from
I
having
tell you-
abortions.
okay.
No, hold on. That's not going to prevent people from having abortions. California is going to be legal.
Man, we know
most of
some
the
states
states,
are gonna
most
let
of
it
the
be
states can be legal.
but California is a free state.
So just
bro.
gonna
They
make
let
it harder
everything
for women to
slide.
get
So
abortions.
all
They
it's
gonna
going to
have
do,
to
yeah, exactly. You're going to have to travel, or you're going to have to do a back alley, or like. So that's the thing. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to like. You can outlaw murder. You can make everything.
Yo, you think it's not
Outlawed,
gonna? You
but-
think it's not gonna change shit because? of we're in California, but everybody does not have the space and opportunity to travel to a place.
Correct.
Where
But do you really think it's going to change people's mindsets?
Yes,
I don't.
Can I tell you something?
I really don't.
bro. Yes, it will,
I
bro.
don't know.
A baby changes people regardless.
Oh, I know.
When people just get that text like, yo, I might be pregnant, people be like, yo, you might be pregnant? People, your heart jump. You don't think if you were in a state where they say, hey, you're not going to be able to get these abortions, you don't think that would change people's perspective on how they move? Absolutely.
Now, let me tell
Go
you.
ahead, go ahead.
I can't wait to get to this part because actually today
She brought her notes, by the way.
I brought my notes because what I did today is I went on live stream and I battled people from all over the world today
Yeah,
and
thick that
asked
thing
them
is.
about abortions and how they felt about it. And it's interesting that you say that because one of the women that I talked to today from Mississippi, it was a group of women actually. It's 2 women and 1 black man. And they were about middle-aged, about my age. And one of the women said, and I quote, if you don't let women get abortions, they will go and get them anyway. And they will do it in an unsafe, illegal way, which will cause a whole nother plethora of problems.
That's what I'm saying. Is it's
So,
not going to prevent the people's
listen,
mindset.
because
That's
we're
not-
already in a society where we have adapted to the option of being able to get abortion. It can't just be, oh, now you can't do it because we've already adapted
Lord
to
knows
this
y'all do
as
what
being.
y'all- people tell
Please
y'all
don't
can't
speak
do.
as me as y'all because I don't like being put into a category with other people. It really bothers me. Thank you. So for me, I'm just being real because everything's about perspective. Everybody's different. Everybody has a different belief and a different perspective. A lot of people believe, shit, if you ain't gonna let me kill this baby, I'm gonna find out a way to do it. So either you're gonna let me do it legally and safely, or I'm gonna go do it in the back of an alley somewhere, and then there's gonna be a whole lot of other issues that are going on. So at the end of the day, we have to, not for me, but for other women who
You
are
know, I'm not
discussing
saying
this
you. Come
issue.
on, man.
Well, you're saying you. So I'm taking it as you. So another thing that women said is that a lot of men, the men in that same group said, these women gonna have all these kids and be in poverty. Because you think about it, there are a lot of women that have like 10 abortions in a year, and I'm not even joking.
Can I say something
Imagine
about that
if
though?
they really had to have all those babies.
Can I say something though? Why get pregnant 10 times?
Thank you.
I'm saying let's not.
You know what I'm saying? So
why I said,
that's
let's
not
put
an
a limit on
excuse.
it. There
That's
should
not
be
an
a limit.
excuse.
That
Because
goes-
the
There should be a
government will give
limit.
them a house. That's why, Bree.
No, but also let's understand this. Not because the government will give them the house, but
There is a
also
money
the
factor.
reason that you guys don't
There
understand.
is.
There are third-party companies that buy these aborted baby fetuses. The government makes millions and millions and millions of dollars off of aborted babies every single year.
I
So
know
why
y'all
would
been
they want?
having like
So why would they
120
want to
in the
make it
past,
illegal
like,
if they're
5
making money
years.
off of it?
That's why it's an issue right now.
They've had
But
over
I'm just saying, like, if
120
they're
million
making
abortions.
millions
What do
of
you
dollars
think that
off
they do
of
with
it,
that?
why?
What do you think they do with that stuff? With those dead bodies? What do you think they honestly? What do you think?
It
they
doesn't
do
matter
with
what I think they do with it,
I
but why?
wish we-
It does matter because at the end of the day-
if it's keeping up the economy, why?
Is the economy more important than your actual bloodline? Like your
I'm not
DNA,
saying-
your DNA is
but-
being
but I'm-
tested
but
on.
I'm
Let's
not
talk about
saying that. I'm just saying.
Your aborted baby is being put into beauty products and being put on rich people's faces and used for all different types of things
So
that you
then
have
why
no
do
idea
y'all
about.
go? Why do women go have abortions then?
Listen,
why?
as a-
Why go have abortions? If y'all know,
I'ma
if
tell
y'all
you
were
why.
gonna sit up here and talk about this traumatic bullshit
I'ma tell
after,
you why.
let a nigga nut in you? Why not tell a man put on a condom? If it's your vagina,
So-
you are in
sometimes it
charge
happens
of.
without a
there is-
condom.
Oh, well,
With
whose
the
fault is
condom.
that?
Well,
Sometimes it
about-
happens
what
with a
about
condom.
Plan
Whose fault
B?
is that?
Sometimes it happens with the IUD. People get pregnant with birth control all
and
the
that's
time.
very rare, like Mr. Clean
It's
with
not
hair.
that rare. My grandma
That's-
got
it's-
pregnant on birth control 2 times.
Once
Both of her
again,
kids are
that's-
with the IUD. Doesn't matter.
Anecdotal, you know, one person. One person.
If
That's
I know one
anecdotal.
person every time, to take that as an example, that maybe a
Anecdotal.
lot of other people know one other person. So
I don't
maybe
actually
you're not
don't know
totally
anybody.
right.
Any
But
girls
people
that
get
got pregnant.
but
Maybe you don't
people
talk about it
getting
enough.
people getting pregnant on birth control is rare.
But it happens.
It happens, but it's
I
rare.
talked to somebody
Well,
in
for
live
this-
today.
But it happens, but it's rare.
When you find out you're pregnant at that point, it's not 25 weeks in.
We have a friend.
Yeah.
Who we sat down and talked to, and she literally said, "Yeah, that's crazy because I literally got pregnant on birth control, and I didn't even know I was pregnant till I was like damn near about to give birth because I was so skinny. Nobody knew I was pregnant. I didn't have any symptoms.
Wait, hold on. She
It
had her
happens.
period the whole time.
She said she had her period for
No.
7 months straight or something
No,
like
like
that.
it was like for the
Yeah.
first 6 months
For
or
the
something.
first 6 months, she had her,
period.
and the only reason she didn't know she was pregnant, she was already 7 months pregnant when she found out.
Cap.
See, it's easy for you to say "cat" because you don't experience. Your perspective is allowing you to
No,
think in your
I just
own
don't believe
world
shit that
and
women
your
say.
reality. But there's so much far past your understanding.
What if your friend wanted to get an abortion?
It was too late.
No,
It was too late. I'm telling you, she was already 6-7 months pregnant. What do you mean no?
gestation is was it 10?
This was what, 12,
Nah,
13,
it's 9
14
months.
years ago? It used to not be as hard. It was only 23 weeks before. Now it's a little bit higher. But even still at 23 weeks, that's pretty far.
It's tougher, sure. So again, there are scenarios where that happens, but let's get back to really the fundamentals of this. Are you okay with people having a choice? That's it for me.
I
That's
think that
the
people
only
should do whatever they
question.
should want to do, but I also think that the government should stop
Incentivizing?
Yes, the government should stop making it so like, hey, it's okay, just get pregnant. We'll kill your baby for you. But when they're actually collecting these babies and doing things with them. That's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, we should all like be more mindful. If you're sleeping with somebody that you don't want to have a baby with, maybe you should not be sleeping with them. And that's point blank, period. That's my perspective. If you don't think when you lay down with this person, hey, could I possibly see this person as being a partner, a parent? No, then maybe I should reconsider this night, because I can always go get a dildo and do whatever I need to do. I can go get a vibrator. There's another person that I can go be with if it's that serious. But we don't think far. We're so adapted to the right now in the moment that we're not accountable for the actions that come before. And there's something called cause and effect. There's something called every reaction has an equal and opposite reaction. We're taking the effect out of the cause. When you have sex, you might get pregnant. Like somebody said earlier.
That's
the whole reason why.
But we've been saying that pretty much without saying it the way you saying it. We've been saying that and you've been combative.
I'm not. The whole time I said I was never against abortion and I'm not pro-abortion. I said there are
No.
problems
But
on both sides.
you've been arguing like we was like put a condom on. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't say anything against put a condom on.
Everything that was being said, you had a rebuttal against.
She's a woman.
Pretty much. But
mean,
then you turn around and then basically agree on everything we just said.
Come on, man.
For the record, again.
That's what you just did, though.
Let me make
that's what you
just
just. And we can rewind that. We can rewind that. We can rewind that.
If you feel like I'm being confusing, you'll have your turn to do that too. If you feel like I'm being confusing in any way, let me be very clear. I'm not anti-abortion. I'm not pro-abortion. I think that people should do what they want to do, but at the end of the day, I think that people should think about who they're having sex with before they have sex.
So women should think about who they're having sex with?
And if there is a situation that comes up, like rape, or maybe you're just not ready for the baby or whatever, if there's a situation that comes up, there should be a limitation on it. There should be maybe a survey or a questionnaire that you have to answer that you qualify for an abortion. I don't think abortion should just be available for every single woman that feels like they want to sleep around with every man and be a fucking cum bucket and get pregnant 1,000 times and just kill their baby. I think
they did.
That's what. Okay, but that's the problem, is that we're promoting the lack of accountability.
So
and
for
that's
those,
what I don't agree with.
For those people who do that, like our conversation last week, ghetto, right? Those are not normal people. Those are people who are in shitty situations, who are just mentally not educated well enough.
I know rich people that kill their babies all the time. Just because they don't feel like having a baby.
Fair, but maybe we need to educate people more. Maybe we need to get them out of poverty more, get them a better job. So I don't know, whatever it is. I think that's more of than saying, no, you've already checked all your boxes off. You can't use your card anymore. That's never going to work. You're never going to be able to say like, okay, well, you had 9. This next one's the last one you can have.
I think that, like, the
it's not going to change
abortion
anybody's
pill.
attitude.
The government should be in charge of abortions. Why? Because like I stated before, it will make people be more accountable for the shit that they do.
I don't agree
even
with the
now,
government.
they're not.
I know
other
y'all
things.
are not going to agree
I don't
with it.
agree with that
I know.
bullshit.
Hey,
I
guess
don't
what?
agree with
Hey,
that.
we're not here to agree.
Yeah, we're not. We're not.
Exactly.
We're
We're
not.
not here
We're
to
not.
agree.
Exactly.
We're not.
We're not here to agree. Guess what? Guess what? Who are the main motherfuckers who go and have 120 abortions? Women. Who are the gateway?
Because men
who
can't
control?
get abortions.
It doesn't
Let's
matter.
talk
Y'all
about
have
it.
bad
That's
pussy.
obvious.
It doesn't matter. Y'all have bad pussy management. That's the fucking point. Over 120 million fucking abortions because of women, because they're allowed to fucking suck and come back and get an abortion whenever the fuck they want to.
It takes
now
two
that this shit
to
is
have
about
sex.
to be over, it doesn't matter.
It takes two
it
to have
takes
sex.
you
They're
to
not
allow
fucking
them.
and sucking themselves and getting themselves pregnant. So let's just speak facts.
Hey,
Somebody nutted in them.
All she does
Every
it-
single
and
woman,
they- and
every
only
single
allows
woman
her
that
nut
got
in
pregnant has been nutted in by
Who's
a man,
responsible
right?
for allowing
Period.
them to
Okay,
nut in her?
exactly.
Not every single woman that's gotten pregnant got nutted.
Thank you. Can I nut at you without you saying?
So how do you
if
get
I
pregnant
can't
without
fuck you
being
unless you
nutted
say
in?
put on a
How do
condom.
2 women have babies?
Come on, bro.
Come on, we're talking about actual people who are getting abortions. We're not talking about having babies. I said having abortions.
But you categorizing. You said don't categorize everybody. You said
Okay,
every single.
I'll give you that.
Okay, so
I'll give you that.
this is fun.
So look.
Hey yo, I could really go petty, but I'm not. I could
So
This is
you
fun.
can be petty and understand that it can't be directed towards me. You want to direct it towards women? Don't direct it towards me, please. I don't. Me being the only woman here, I gotta hold it down for the women. I'm gonna hold it down for the women. But at the end of the day, it is a lot of male energy in here, and it's like, yo, women, this is chill with that shit.
All right. Well, let's get to the difference in black and white real quick.
Big facts. We here.
So what exactly? So what do you think it's more? Obviously, it's more black women. It's 40% of everybody who gets
Say it
abortions.
again. Who
And
is
that's
it?
a statistic.
More black women.
And white and
Accurate statistic
and
that
exactly.
they can look up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
and do
who's
you know how it's
mismanaging the
designed?
pussy? Oh, all right.
But
Let's
do you
talk
know,
about it.
Do you know, it's funny because music, all the music that we listen to nowadays, especially the music that's made by men and the music that's made by women.
By men?
But
the women's music is the one that makes y'all be
okay,
hoes.
exactly. But
Wake it up. Wake it the fuck up. Wake it the fuck up. It's the women's music that is the thotty music, not the men's.
women are trying to impress the men.
No, they're not. Y'all trying
Yes,
to impress
they are.
yourselves. Y'all do all this
I'm
shit for
speaking for the women
yourselves.
because you're not a woman, so you wouldn't know what we're doing.
We're men. We know what y'all like. The shit that we like, y'all don't even do.
You know
y'all
what-
wear them dumbass
you know what you
eyelashes,
like.
stupid ass weave,
You
all
know
that
what-
dumb
you know
shit
what
that
you
we
like.
like. Y'all don't even do.
Oh, I have a weave on
What
right
you
now. That's
talking
crazy.
about?
I didn't
We're
know.
not even talking about just you. Remember, I wasn't just directed it at you.
Yeah,
You see how
exactly.
she picks and
You said
chooses?
y'all.
This is too easy, bro.
You're saying y'all.
It's too
Y'all
easy.
is including me
no,
and other people.
No, but I thought you just said.
You said women.
Hey, let's
say
continue.
women.
Like
Who's
I
y'all?
said. When we just said what we just said, she broke down the same shit that we were already saying. She broke it down and was combative the whole time, just to say the same shit we was saying.
You guys
I
want a
feel
minute?
like-
Bree and I will go step out.
What I said was there should be a limit on the timing. I said when a baby is developed into a full baby and has arms and legs, you should just go ahead and finish the pregnancy and do adoption.
So where's
That's
the
what
cutoff?
I said.
Where do you think the cutoff is?
The
I
day
think it's
before, the day before the deadline.
I just sat here and
That's
spoke
when they
about how
wait.
I don't agree with that. So that sounds so ignorant that you would even laugh at that. You look crazy. But anyway, I will say that
But because-
I
real
think
quick,
that there's a
what's-
limit with the pill. So
where's-
you can take a birth control pill up to 12 weeks because the baby is not developed enough to the point to where you can actually take a pill and it just detaches it from the placenta and you bleed it out like a period because the baby's not even fully developed. It's like a little speck.
All right, so
So if you're at
Was
that
that 12
point,
weeks, you said?
yeah, if you're at that point where your baby is not developed and you decide and it's not a full baby, I'm not opposed to that. If you feel like in your life right now, I just found out I'm pregnant, my grandma just died, I don't have anywhere to live, you know what I'm saying? I lost my job, whatever, I'm sick, I can't take a baby because I have fucking cancer.
Yeah.
Whatever the reason is, that's their decision and their life. But my thing is, let's not kill babies that are fully grown into full humans. That's my thing. I'm not saying nobody should get an abortion. So to say I'm a hypocrite, I never once ever said that out of my mouth.
Right. So then real quick, you're against all of that, right? You're against...
No, I'm only against abortion at past 20 weeks.
Sure, that's fine. You're against that. But what if your best friend wants to get an abortion after that?
That's her decision.
Exactly.
That's her decision, but
my
when I go
point.
for
That's
what-
her choice.
It's always somebody's
Pro-choice.
choice. It's always somebody's choice. But we're asking each other what are our opinions, right?
No,
so
okay, we got past that.
but we
But
asked you is either pro-choice or pro-life, and
Yeah.
that was real. So you're pro-choice.
you're okay. You're pro-choice. You're okay
that's
with
all.
somebody
I
else
think
making
that
the
there
decision for
shouldn't be
themselves.
an option to be able to have an abortion after 20 weeks, personally, because like he said, people would
So
be more accountable.
that's again that you're
You're pro-life. Then you're
pro-middle, bro.
I'm not either
No,
one.
because
I'm not either
you
one.
can't. You can't.
But
say
you just-
you're
Pro-circumstance. That's what
That's
it's
what
called.
it's literally pro-circumstance. That's a perfect thing.
Pro-circumstance.
Pro-circumstance. That's a great way to say it. I'm pro-circumstance because I think it depends on the circumstance, and it's a selfless experience where you have to be either
It
selfish
just should
or
be
be
it
selfless.
should be rules. I'm not letting a shorty that goes to Vegas or Miami on Thought Girl Summer
I
come
don't-
back
exactly.
and have an abortion. No, you're gonna take this because that's the decision that you fucking made.
All right, hold on. So I want to address some of these comments that I got on this live.
All right,
So
let's do it.
So one, they calling us, I'm not sure exactly who, but they calling us bullies, saying that we bullying her. Do you feel like you're being bullied in this situation?
I will say that I feel like as a woman, I don't like the way that you guys are all speaking on a woman issue and you don't know what the fuck we go through.
Then why the fuck are we discussing it on a podcast, man?
Because
Y'all
it-
can't.
because-
That's like
because-
no. Hold on. Let me say
But
something.
you can't tell me about something that you don't know nothing about.
I know-
I can't tell you nothing about the
Yo.
black man experience because you're a black man and I'm not.
See, that's not true. See, that
is true.
You want to know
You
why
can't
that's
tell
not
me shit
facts?
about nothing.
No, you want to know why that's not facts? Because y'all women think that just because you go through some shit that somebody can't read about it and go research about it, it does not take rocket science to bring about logic. Y'all are not smart. Nothing that you said is out here like, oh my God, I've never heard that before. I know about abortions. I watched documentaries on
let the viewers decide. Nothing I said was smart.
So let me finish addressing my comment. So then they said, look how he's talking to her.
And what? Come check me then.
But I'm just saying.
Check me then if you
letting you know
so,
that perspective is everything. Now, everyone's perspective is gonna watch this, is gonna see it and make their own opinion.
Okay, but what's it?
I don't care.
You only care about your own perspective, and that's the problem.
I care about the whole perspective.
Obviously not.
You're a woman that sees only your perspective.
Let me address the comments. I didn't ask everybody to comment. I'm addressing the comments. Okay, so they said, look how he's talking to her. Do you feel threatened in any way in this situation, or do you just feel like you're in a heated discussion?
I feel like, honestly, if you can't take the heat, to get the fuck out the kitchen. So I'm not worried about it. I can hold my own, but at the end of the day, I will say that it is a little bit hot in here.
Okay, so do you feel disrespected at all? Do you feel like we disrespecting you?
I don't think that you're disrespecting me. I do feel a little bit disrespected by Yappy, to be honest. Yes.
Man, you always feel disrespected
He asked
around
me
me because
yes or
I
no
don't kiss
question
your
and I
ass like
answered it.
everybody else. I'm me.
Everybody else
Take
doesn't
it or
kiss my
leave
ass.
it.
It's common courtesy.
I'm not even here.
It's
I'm not even
called-
here to
it's
worry
called
about nobody's
disrespect.
feelings. I'm here to.
It's called respect.
I never said nothing to disrespect you. You always want to try to control my tone, and
See,
that's the
I
problem
always
with
try to
y'all
control your
women.
tone. That's crazy.
Y'all always want to tone control. You're not nobody.
This is the disrespect
You
we're
got
talking
no
about.
kids and you're a little girl.
I got 3 kids.
I'm
And you
just saying,
act like one of them.
But I'm saying,
one.
is this disrespect or is this passion about a conversation?
Man, stop trying to make one sense.
No, I asked a question.
I hate that people do this. They always try to paint.
I'm asking you a question though.
Weak chick, bro.
But I'm asking you a question.
Like, bro,
I'm
we
saying,
talking.
But I'm just saying, is this disrespect? Because people saying it's disrespect. Is it disrespect or is it passion?
Man, let them decide.
I'm giving an opportunity to defer if it's disrespect or passion. What do you think it is?
You asking me?
Yeah, you think it's?
I feel like he's passionate, but what the thing that where the disrespect comes in is, first of all, it's the tone of voice.
What I just say?
Hold on,
women
I'm
want to
gonna let
control.
you know.
Ain't no
I'm
women
gonna
gonna
let you
ever
know.
control my
Let me tell you
tone. I'm a fucking
no one's
man.
trying to control
I'm gonna talk
you.
like a man, and if y'all on that live really
But
want
can I-
smoke,
but can I
you will
speak?
not do that to my grill. I will punch your teeth out. You not about
You're not
it.
gonna punch any women out. That's the whole disrespect
You're
we're
not
talking
gonna
about.
do that. So all
But
that,
you're not gonna
I'm
do
a
that
grown
either.
ass man.
You're
Grown
not
ass
gonna do
man.
that. You're just
Pay
talking
your
at this
bill and
point.
then come and check me. What's
yeah,
up?
Anyway,
Fuck
you
out of
hold
here,
on
man.
to talk, and that sounds
Nah,
cool.
bro,
but
I'm tired of them
anyway.
always trying to paint women as weak. Whenever we discussing shit, when men
But
don't
you
agree
just
with
said
women,
women was not smart, women was this, and women
because you
that.
sitting
Now
up here
we know
talking
we-
like you an
which one is it?
astronaut, like somebody can't get on your level. You the one that don't want to open your box and see the other perspective because
I
it's
would
coming
love
from
to
me.
see
Facts,
that
Because
real
it's coming
quick.
from me and
Facts,
you don't
real
like
quick.
me.
Actually-
Nah, let's
Facts.
go to
Real quick,
You know what's
real
crazy?
quick,
I
real quick.
actually have a lot of different perspective on this paper that I spent about a
Yeah,
few
hold on.
hours talking about to people about how they felt in my live stream, and some of the perspective that I did get from a black man who was 25, and I
That ain't no
quote.
man, that's a little boy. Continue.
And I quote, so in Yappy's mind, if you're over 60, you can't date. If you're under 25, you're a little boy. Okay, we got it. So next, black man at 25, he said he feels like, and this is what he said. This is his opinion. So you don't need to argue with me because this is what he said. Men feel like they have no say-so, but men don't experience the pain, and men don't have to actually carry the child or carry the burden that comes along with having a child. So they feel like it makes sense for the woman to be able to have the choice. Now, another one of our viewers who's here at Artist Ave, who comes here, said in the chat earlier that he feels like women should be the ones to decide and men should not have a say-so at the end of the day. Now, I understand both sides. I don't think that it's I really don't think that it's fair for men not to have a say-so, but I don't know what the solution to that. You know what I'm saying? I haven't figured out in my mind, how do we fix that? I don't know. Another thing somebody said was at 35, black man, it just shouldn't be done at all. He believes that at 35, you shouldn't be able to have an abortion at all. It should not even exist because the Bible says life starts as soon as the baby is in the womb.
Right.
And people who are Christians strongly believe that you shouldn't be doing it at all because a life is a gift in their eyes, and it's a precious gift, and you never know what could happen. Now I think about, I almost aborted my first child. I couldn't do it. And I think now, I'm so glad I didn't. You know, and most of the people who almost aborted their children, all of them are like, wow, I really am so glad that I did not do that because this is the best thing that happened to me. But then there are people who have aborted their children that are like, man, I really dodged a bullet with that one.
Right.
But if
that's
that
the
child
thing
was
is
born,
that
you never
it's
know.
something you can't change, so you don't know what the other life would have been like. So
Exactly.
you can say that all you want, but it doesn't change how it would have ended up. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah. I'm just offering a little bit of perspective
Right.
of how different
So
people feel.
here's my thing, and I'm gonna keep going back to this. Everybody has their right to their opinion,
Right, exactly.
but you don't have a right to tell me what to do. If I was a woman and it was my body, I get to control what's inside of my body. When it comes out of my body, that's you get a birth certificate. That's when that child is legally, officially a human being outside all on their own. And if somebody wants to adopt that kid, fine.
That's when the kid is
But-
legally and officially in the system and has an account number.
Correct.
Not necessarily, that doesn't
The
make them a
heartbeat.
human being.
The heartbeat.
The heart-
Once they
is
have a
human,
heartbeat,
heartbeat,
bro.
they're a human being.
That's
They're
a
not a
human,
human
bro.
being once they're born and they have a social security number.
A heartbeat
That's
is a
bullshit.
human, bro.
Sorry, Chris.
I'm just saying, like, I
Sorry,
have 4
Chris, but-
kids, and I've heard every heartbeat. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah, I got
and
two. I've
once
heard
that,
two,
one,
too.
like, once that heartbeat, you hear that heartbeat, like, damn, that's my baby.
Y'all got
You
a
feel me?
football team in here.
So your heartbeat goes. Your kid dies in the womb.
Artist
Nigga, my heart is broke. I recently,
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
went through a miscarriage
Yeah.
before Molly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That broke my heart. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, after hearing a heartbeat.
Right.
Once you hear the
Again,
heartbeat, that's
personal
like,
choice, right? That's my whole point. Like you can call it whatever it is, but I'm all I care about is I could have had an abortion with Luke, but we decided to keep. I think Amanda was already made up her mind, so it wasn't really my choice to make. But that's the thing is I'm not gonna go there and say no, you can't. I have my own beliefs. I'm atheist, or well, I don't even say atheist because that's such a negative connotation. I'm agnostic. I don't give a shit. I don't care what religion you follow. I'm going to respect you no matter what. I'm going to let you make your own decisions. But as soon as your religion tells me to do something, no, you've lost me already. So that's my opinion. Like, I'm pro-choice all the way. I will defend anybody's right to get an abortion as late as they want to get it. That's their choice. It may break their heart. It may break their heart, and that sucks. They're going to have to deal with it, but that's their choice. I'm sorry. If you give up a kid for an adoption too, that's your choice. It will break your heart, but you will get through it. That's your thing. That's not my decision to tell you can't do that. You must keep the child.
I think the only power that I have in this is if they give me a ballot that says, what do you think about this? Do you think that you should be able to do this, this, and that? That's when I feel like I go ahead and exude my power to be able to tell somebody what I think they should do. I personally, like you said, anybody's gonna do what they want to do anyway. Just like if you cut abortions off, we're not gonna get them anyway. That'll be their choice to go out and get an illegal abortion if they choose to, because they choose that they don't want. People are gonna do what they choose to do anyway. That goes without saying.
Okay,
and
can I-
everyone should be able to. I'm almost done. Everyone should be able to. But with that being said, if I had the choice to vote, I would vote my opinion. But that doesn't mean that I'm saying that people should do what I believe in.
Okay, so if you could vote, what would your opinion be? That's what I was trying to
My
ask you.
opinion would be that there should be a limitation to it. There should be a qualification for
Okay.
it. It shouldn't be available
So when you
to every
vote,
single
when
person.
you vote,
that just wants to sleep because
when
there's
you
no
vote,
accountability.
it's Obama or Trump. When you vote,
Two choices.
you get 2 choices. So
and
is
then
it
you can also
pro-life?
vote third party. I'm that person.
And you never,
Kanye West.
you never get what you want. You never get what you want. You have to take
It's
the lesser,
of two evils. Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
so which one would you pick?
So what you can do
I
is
just told you.
She can't fucking pick, bruh. Damn, y'all keep asking her. She's
You
saying
can
this.
though. You can.
you can
But
be.
I wouldn't vote if that's the question.
So then you-
realistically.
so then you
If
wouldn't
it was-
vote.
If it was on a ballot of like the lesser two, I'm not voting. That's why so many people did not vote on the last election. In the last election.
They should have, because Donald Trump would have gas prices low as shit right now. Shout out to my
No,
man
it
Trump.
wouldn't have nothing to do with that.
No shade, but Donald Trump has nothing to do with the gas prices right now. It has nothing to do with the president. It has to do with all the other shit that's going on all around the world and where the oil is at. But I feel you.
So then, what your thought process kind of aligns with? I don't know what state has it, but they have in the books. I know they have a 12 weeks or 25 weeks or whatever it is. So you feel comfortable with setting a limit. After that, it's go to term.
It's the development of the actual baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? When the baby is a full developed baby, I feel like that should be something that even as a human being, just like as a human being, you have to be literally a psychopath to bite your finger off. No regular person can like withstand that. You would have to be literally something wrong with you to say, okay, there's a whole human that I'm creating in my body that's part of me and connected to me that I'm going to now kill when it's already fully developed. Just because I'm
But
lazy,
how often
because
are
I want
those
to have a
fully
good time.
developed where people change their mind?
A lot of people do that.
Here's the thing, too, though, is there obviously you're giving birth, and it's like, I can only save one. What do I do?
What do you
That
mean you can only
happens.
say
That
one?
happened. You can only save the mother. You can save the child, where there's medical complications.
Oh, well, that stuff happens all the time, yeah.
Exactly. So what's that?
That's
Fuck
a
them
totally
kids.
different topic. That's a totally different topic. I don't know. I don't even know how I feel about
Fuck
that because
them
that's another
kids.
Well, not
circumstantial
if you have
thing.
life insurance on your wife.
That's circumstantial. All these things are circumstantial. It all depends
Everything
on the
is
circumstance.
everything is
Everything is
circumstantial.
circumstantial. So it can't be textbook black and white every single time. Like the difference
So-
is black and white. I know that shit, what this shit is called, but at the end of the day, it's not a black and white thing. It's not
Never
just
is
one
black and
side.
white.
There's
That's
a
the
gray
beauty of this
area.
podcast.
There's a gray area with abortion. There's a lot of things that people don't know enough of the background to make a decision. Nobody researches what the fuck Planned Parenthood is really designed for, or who made it, or what they started it for.
Ain't no made it.
Nobody does that. They
Margaret
just
Sanger.
go there. Okay, they just go there with the idea of, let me have a good time. I'm having a good time, but also, you're not only, but people, can I say, you're not only when you're having sex with people, possibly getting pregnant, but you're having all type of spiritual experiences as well. Well, I know you're not spiritual, but you do, in my belief, what I believe is, and this is not saying that it's fact, but what I believe is that when you have a spiritual transfer, but
Yeah,
it's crazy
that's right.
because if you ever know anything about Hitler,
Bro,
Hitler
y'all do not care
believed,
about that,
look,
bro.
Hitler believed that anytime a woman had sex with a man unprotected, that her DNA was altered. Forever, because his DNA was in her body and she will never be the same. She was literally never gonna be clean again. If you slept with a man that wasn't your husband, this is what Hitler believed. You were dirty.
I love Hitler, by the way.
You were dirty. So with that mindset, a lot of
was an
people
indigo
believe that when you have sex with somebody, you take a little bit of that person.
Who believes that? They had 120 million
It's in-
abortions
it's in the Bible.
in
People
the
believe
past
it.
10 years. 120
Just because you don't believe something
million.
doesn't mean
they
that-
don't believe shit.
There
They
are
believe
billions of
come
people in the
me.
world. There are billions
That's
of
what
people
they
in the
believe
world.
in. Come in me.
Well, I guess
Come
that's
in me.
But there's also
That's
millions
what they
of plays.
practice. Come
There's
in
also
me.
millions of plays on Spotify with songs that are called
Numb
"Come in
your
Me."
heart
So
and come in me.
think about what we're putting into our minds and what we're watching on TV
And put it
wonder
into
why.
their pussy.
Exactly, and that's what's got people putting it into their pussy because society has made us accept all these things without consequences. We're into let's have a good time.
Oh, no, them
let's
kids
turn
is the
up.
consequences.
Let's turn up. Let's have a
Trust
good
me.
time.
Yeah.
But nobody's talking about what happens afterwards. Nobody's making songs about abortion. Nobody's making songs about accountability. We're making songs about having a good time and getting drunk and going to the club. These are usually things that promote people getting fucking pregnant and having abortions. But nobody's talking about that. We're only talking
part of
about
it.
the after part.
That's
So
part of it.
society is literally fueling the things that's causing these abortions, and you're blaming the women. And there's so much more behind it.
Oh no, you women are responsible. I don't give a fuck.
You
how
stuck your
she
dick
tries
in a
to
woman.
come-
You're responsible
she
as
tries
well.
to-
Well,
Let's
for
keep
everybody
it on
that's
the
watching
podcast.
this, I want to let y'all know I'm okay.
Facts.
I'm totally fine. I would have never put myself in this room if I felt like there was a problem. I have no problem being here. I have no problem with the uncomfortable conversation. Everybody has a different opinion. And at the end of the day, whether I agree with you or not, I respect your opinion because you're entitled to that. Just like women are entitled. Okay, cool. Just like women are entitled to have their own choice.
You respect your opinion. If somebody don't agree with you, you want to argue them down.
You don't agree with
respect
anything that I
Hold on.
said.
So women are entitled to their choice.
hoes, and then
No, I just want to
See,
make
you
sure.
have this very hateful, like
I
you
only
keep
say
pointing
that 'cause I
fingers.
look at her. She's Janae Eichel.
Because
She's triggered, man.
I'm the only woman in here, so I
what,
have
man?
to.
Stop
As a
acting-
woman,
yo,
it's a
all right,
podcast.
all right, so let me ask you a question.
This is a podcast.
Let me
So
ask you,
as a woman, I
can
have
ask
to
you-
speak up for the
look,
women.
She never
As-
let somebody speak. Can I ask you a real question? Since you're here to bat for women, can you be an honest woman and say not every woman is a good woman? Yes or no? I don't want to have wait.
Yes, not every person is a good
So
person.
then
Yes.
good. Then when I say shit, you should never get bent out of shape if you are a good woman. When you women say shit about men, I will never get bent out of shape. Let me finish, because look at her. She about to speak right now. She can't control herself. When you women speak about men, I will never speak on what you say about men not being this, men not being that, because I'm not that. But every time I say something about women, you have to be superwoman and your way into the conversation and try to say, stop that. There are shitty women. I'm older than you. I've dated a whole lot of women. I am not formulating a perspective off of what somebody else has gone through. And I've talked to other men, and they probably won't even mention it because they
You're
want
spitting
pussy.
on me.
My bad. But like, go ahead with all that, man. Like, stop.
And so
that.
I got people on here saying that you like boys.
Okay, tell them come say it to me. Tell them come say it to me.
I think that's like when
Yeah.
women don't agree with you or
That's
you have
all
a
they
certain.
do. They try to attack masculinity and what? And I fuck you better than your man.
There's a difference between masculinity
What is you
and
talking about?
trying to overcompensate your masculinity
not trying
for
to-
your lack of insecurity.
Who's insecure? What do I have to be insecure about? Yo, don't make me do this to you on this show.
What are you gonna do?
Don't make me do this.
I'd like to see it. What are you gonna
You
do?
cannot sit up here and talk shit about
Let's bring
spiritual
it.
connections. This and that. How many baby daddies you got?
One.
Are you married?
I've been
Were you married? No.
Yes,
Are you married right
yes,
now?
I've been
Are you
married.
married right now?
I've been
so
married.
you're the same women that Kevin Samuels was talking about. Out here, you're not married. You have no husband, and you're out here having all these fucking kids.
I had a
But talking
husband
shit
and I had
about
3
me.
kids with the same person.
But you have no man. You have no man.
You don't know what I have.
But why are we?
What are we
But why are we
talking
doing?
about here?
But why are we doing personal attacks though?
Nah, she been
But-
getting
You don't know what I have.
She
It's
didn't
always
get
an
personal with
excuse.
you though, bro. It's the
It's
people
always,
on
no,
live.
you always do that.
But it's
You don't know what I
it's the
have.
people on live,
Personal
bro.
shit.
It's the people on
Nah,
live.
fuck that, bro.
But
So
you
at
getting
the end of the day,
personal
we
with
still
her.
have to-
No.
Look,
But
as
you
a
getting
as a
personal with
producer
her.
of this show,
Personal.
realistically, as a producer of the show,
they talking
you have
about?
to keep your tone a little bit down because we do
they
have to
talking
edit the
about?
sound bites. And while you're screaming, it's really hard to edit the
I
sound
done
bites.
did way
So
more
just
podcasts than you. They gonna be able to hear
You
me
don't
and
know how
you.
many podcasts
So
I've
trust
done.
me.
I like how you
It's not
speak
a
about what I've
competition.
done.
That's all you want to
Exactly.
do is compete. I'm not competing with you, bro.
All I want to do is compete, but you just noticed how
I
many.
said I'm not in a competition with you. Run
Bro,
the tape
everyone's
back.
laughing. Everyone's
Run the
laughing.
tape back. I don't have to compete with you.
Everyone's
You the one
laughing,
that's
bro.
intimidated.
I'm
What
not
you talking
intimidated at
about?
all. So I'm not intimidated at all. That's why I like this. I just want to make sure that I'm telling you that when you're over screaming into the
Tell
microphone,
yourself, man. Go tell your
when you're
children.
over
Don't
screaming
tell
into
me
the
shit.
microphone, it's not going to be a good soundbite. So just turn it down a little bit because
Like
it's going to
I
be
said,
popping.
y'all see
You've been
how
on more
she
podcasts
is.
than me, that you should know that.
Pop that shit to your children. I'm not your child. Stay in your lane. Anyway, what's the
I'm
next
in my
subject?
lane. I'm in my lane.
What's the
Doing
next subject?
podcasts,
Hold on.
this is my
Hold on.
lane right here.
Hold on, man.
Hold on.
Stay in my lane. This guy.
You can't be eating chicken and then talking on the mic,
Just like
Chris,
a nigga.
Oh, I'm gonna eat all the chicken.
and smacking and shit.
He trying to break the ice
I'm
with the
trying to
chicken
break
real
you
quick.
guys down a little bit.
Hey, my life low key popping, bro.
There's one person in there competition.
she on Yavi head.
Tell her to come get on my head then. What's up?
No one has to put me
Get
in
your
check
daughter in check, Dad.
about
She's
an
stepping
issue
overstepping her
about
boundaries, man. Get your daughter in
abortion,
check.
which as the woman, that's the reason why I'm here, is to talk about, as a woman, my perspective of abortion and to share what I feel and what I go through. It's not for us to be put into check or for somebody to be quiet or whatever. The whole purpose of this is to understand other people's perspective of how they feel about abortion and not to be attacked and not attack each other. That was not the purpose of why.
Well, then why you attack me with
I
personal
didn't-
shit that was a
okay,
lie, and we
I'm
have it
gonna-
on camera. So what are you gonna say?
Okay.
You're the one who started it. You're the
All
one
right,
who
hold
started
on. Let's go. Let's
hold
go
off,
into
hold
let's go
off
into the
real quick.
attacks because
Stand
you
by.
get
Stand by
the
real
West
quick.
Westboro Baptist Church. You
Stand
get all
by.
these people attacking people for wanting to go to Planned Parenthood.
Right.
That's a problem, right? So as a
That's
Yeah,
supposed
and
to be
I'm being
Christians
attacked
too,
now.
right?
That's what I'm saying.
It's the Christians that are attacking
And I'm
people.
and I'm
right?
being
Right.
attacked
So
now.
hypocritical.
And
Yeah.
you're being hypocritical as well because you came in here saying that it was
but
circumstantial.
let's not bring it back to
No, we
like
are
this.
going
This
to. I'm
needs
sorry,
no.
but it's
we
gonna
need
happen.
we need that horse needs to be put out to pasture.
At the
and
end of the
shot.
day, if it has to be put out to pass, it needs to be. I need you to look at him and say the same thing.
Respectfully to both of you, let's stick to the topic, and be respectful. I know that's hard because you have conflicting
I'm not disrespecting
personalities.
him. Honestly, I'm not.
I-
have
I'm
never
not
said
saying
anything
you-
disrespectful
anybody
to him the whole
particular
time. And you call me a
is.
cum bucket. If I was really
called you a
mad,
cum
no,
bucket.
I-
no
so-
disrespect. I would get
So
up
y'all
and
was-
walk out. If
Again,
I was
we're
that
going-
mad,
going
I would
back
get up
to-
and
But
walk
I'm just
out
saying, y'all
and
was
say,
yelling
"Bro,
so
walk
loud.
out."
I didn't even hear him call you a cum
smoke.
bucket.
He
She got the
literally
smoke
did,
after
and
she started to
really
smoke
fucked up,
though.
like-
How you gonna complain?
No, I
That's
didn't-
what
I
women
didn't
do,
hear
man.
I
That's
didn't
what
hear
women
It's the
do.
camera.
I didn't hear it.
That's what women. Yeah, I know you didn't hear it because she was talking too much.
He heard it.
We-
Good.
Oh,
I should have
Nah,
said it louder.
I'm not saying I don't believe he said it, but I just didn't hear
I
it.
did say that
So-
I'll stand on it because ain't nobody gonna do
You're standing
shit.
on calling me a cum bucket.
Yes, you are. Because you
And
started
yet-
it.
and
You
yet-
started it.
and
You
yet-
started with the bullshit.
And yet, I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that
Yeah,
alone.
man. And who gonna
Because
check me, dog?
No one's gonna check you. What
Nobody
edit
gonna
you
do
out of the
shit.
podcast? That's all.
It's all good, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
But
I
why?
don't- bro,
But why
but
do
you
y'all do
care
this
about
every
stuff.
time? Why
Yo.
y'all niggas cannot have a
Yo, my
conversation
nigga.
without?
Yo, my nigga. 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 Yo, my nigga.
If you don't sit your fragile
No,
ass down
What's funny is I
somewhere,
knew this was gonna happen before we did
my
this.
No, my nigga, it's not me, bro. It's her. Her mouth, bro. It's you. You did this. You created this motherfucker.
how did I
You
create?
did, bro. You created this motherfucker.
How?
This what
My
niggas
mom and
do
my
when
dad
they
created me.
Freeze Jones.
God
Stop
created
that
me.
shit. Man, I can't
God created me.
I don't move like that. I don't move like that, bro. Real shit.
He got a
you
person.
talking about this would have happened if what? I show you nothing but respect. I show her the same shit and she always doing this. Nigga, I don't never get like this. She irritate me. It ain't me, nigga.
I've seen you like this before, and it wasn't
Nigga,
me.
It's your fucking mouth.
Okay, we all have a
That's
mouth.
why you don't got no man. You single,
Hey, bro.
baby, mother ass nigga.
Wow.
Your mouth. No nigga wanna
Hey!
No nigga wanna be
Hey, don't.
Hey.
Why do we do this, God?
This nigga got me fucked up, bro.
Why do we do this?
Why did you guys even invite this nigga? I already knew he was gonna post some bullshit. No, we should actually post it. No, we posting it. You want to do it? No, we posting it. We keeping it and we posting it. We're posting it. Hopefully we go viral at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, to call me a single ass, cum bucket baby mama who has no man, you know nothing about me. You know nothing. You don't know anything about
All right, bro,
me.
just chill.
You don't know if I have a man or not. You wanted to be my man.
You break up with your man. Your man broke up with you
You
because of me.
you made me break up with my man. My man broke up with me.
Your man broke up with you because of me. Now let me call my nigga Nino Maxune and say you ain't say that.
Call
Put that
him.
on your son. You ain't say that.
Put it on my son and it said,
You
call
a
him.
fucking liar.
Call him.
You
I
a
said-
liar. Call your
I
weak ass
said-
old man up. Call him.
I said-
He broke up with you because of me. Bitch ass nigga, tell him that.
Yeah, no, that's not what happened.
She's a fucking liar, bro.
I
right,
said
hey,
Yo,
this-
bro, I swear
they
on my
all
dead
know the
mother.
situation.
That's
Like,
what
why are
my
you
dead
trying to
mother-
tell
Right.
it? They know already. The situation was that you were being very unprofessional on stage. People noticed it.
Fucking liar, bro.
But,
People
but
noticed
why
it.
do we get? We talking about?
I don't even know why this
Like,
got
why
this
do we get
far.
so
Like,
personal?
Why do I have to be? Wait,
Okay,
I
bro,
never
but
name called
you know we on the fucking podcast.
I never name
like,
called
you know
you.
that it's gonna get heated. Like, control yourself, bro.
Wait, hold on, Bree.
Control your
Control
emotions.
yourself,
How
bro.
you tell me that we on a podcast.
We on the
right?
podcast.
But she the one that start this shit. Why are you?
But
Bro.
when do you hold
always
yourself
me
accountable for anything?
Because I'm the man, yo.
It
I
is-
always let shit slide.
You
I
do?
always let it slide. Why do I get loud? It's you. You're the one who does it. I never ever argued with Bree.
You've been mad
I
at
never
me since.
argued with Bree.
You've been mad
I
at
have
me
never,
since day
Chris
one,
has
bro.
never seen me mad. His kids have never seen me mad.
Why would his kids
So
be
why?
mad
So
anyway?
why you mad with her, bro?
Yo,
What?
yo.
Why are you mad
Why are
with
you
her?
so mad?
Yo.
But why are you so mad?
But why you
Why?
mad?
Fucking
Why?
Mouth. Your mouth. That's why I don't even want to date black women. Your mouth. You got too many kids and your mouth don't close.
I
You're
got
gonna be
too
single
many
forever.
kids.
Get a dog.
But-
I'm gonna be single
Get
forever.
a dog. Get
That's
a dog.
crazy.
Let me get my phone, bro. I'm out.
All right, well, that got hot real quick, so we had to let that go. So abortion, back to that subject real quick. Recapping, what you're saying was you're pro-choice, Major, you're pro-choice up to a certain point, and then you don't want people to have that choice?
I'm pro-choice circumstantially, and I think that there should be a limit, and there should be some type of, rules to it. I think there should be some type of qualification. I don't think that everybody should just be allowed to have abortion whenever they want, just because they don't feel like putting on a condom or thinking about the people that they want to have sex with, and considering them as a potential parent.
So this
partnership.
system's being abused is what you're saying.
I do believe that.
That's more of a moral issue, right? It's obviously if it's not like a tax in the system, you're not paying extra taxes that you have to worry about. Or some people claim that Planned Parenthood is taking government money, but
It is. It's government funded.
for their health care, though, they can't use
Planned
those funds.
Parenthood is government funded.
They can't use the funds for abortion. That's mandated.
Either way, you don't have to pay for it. Abortion is free.
No, I thought it was.
The abortions are free.
No, I thought it was funded by donations,
Right.
not
So
government.
Planned Parenthood gets some of their funds from the government for their health care services, but everything abortion related, and I don't know how they keep it separate, is donations. It's
yeah.
not based on government funds.
It's very interesting. I wonder if the companies who are actually taking the babies afterwards are the companies that are donating to the abortions.
That's possible. It was outside funding. Private companies can do whatever they want. Me personally, I just don't. Like, again, it's all pro-choice for me. I'm not going to tell anybody else, regardless of your moral code. Like, if you individually don't want to do it, that's fine. If you're a Christian and it's against every moral being in your body, that's great. I'm not a Christian. You can't tell me what to do.
So you stated multiple times that you're pro-choice.
Yep.
Do you agree with abortions, even though you're pro-choice? Because that's a difference.
I would defer to the mother. I would be okay with it. I would definitely give it thought. I wouldn't just be like, no, yeah, fuck it, get rid of it. I don't want it. That's not my thing. Because there was a discussion about my first kid. I was 27 when I had Luke. So it was one of those things where am I financially ready? Am I business-wise ready? I have a business going. I have my jobs I'm trying to set myself up for. So no, I really wasn't ready for it. But sometimes you're just like, well, we'll make it work. And that's where I was. We just made it work. So the option was on the table, and I think the option should always be on the table for whoever needs it. I do agree that I don't like the using it as a form of birth control. I think that's ridiculous. Real quick, let's get on the point of why people are upset about abortion, because I think that's the thing. Is it's life is sacred, right? That's the whole point. Is that they value life, but then those same people are okay with the death penalty, or those same people are underfunding schools, or they're underfunding childcare programs. So it's, where is the actual I give a shit about a life if it ends right after it's been delivered? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where a lot of the hypocrisy, and people like me who are agnostic, and the religious moral code of it just fails, because there isn't that support later on.
I totally agree. Some people care more about a fucking dog.
Yeah.
And I love my pets.
No, that's true, though.
But they
I agree
care
with that.
more about a fucking dog than
100%.
Human life.
Old Yeller dies, it's tear. Kid gets shot in Chicago or wherever. It's
So, like, I would definitely want to know, like, categorize everybody in a group and see, like, who thinks of what. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So,
This just popped in my head, because this is actually where our conversation should go. Is what is taking away the ability to have an abortion due to the black community? Because what I've heard, and what a lot of at least liberal Democrats are saying, is you're now taking away you're taking power away from African Americans or black people, because now they don't have that choice. So we talked about economics.
so why is the abortion about black people? Like, when I'm seeing all these protests and stuff, I'm not seeing mostly black women out there. I'm mostly seeing white women and Hispanic and
And they're
Asian
not even
women.
the ones getting the abortions.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, why?
Who's not? The white people. I think a
So
lot
why
of
is
The
it-
it's
women,
like
the
it's just
majority
like
of people who are marching for it and out there that are on the streets, that have the signs and things like that, are not the people that statistically are the percentage of women who are getting abortions.
Right.
You don't see a lot of the black community
at all.
out there marching for the right to be able to have an abortion. And that's what's interesting about it.
Like, are they just too
These
busy
are-
to
no,
do that, or
these
are the white
these
people
are
like
everyday
available?
people that's out there marching?
But I'm saying that because there's no black people, but the black people you do see, are they just political people?
I not a conspiracy theorist, and I usually don't, but I think there's an agenda. You know what I'm saying? Why is it that, you don't see
Yeah.
black women out there?
Yeah.
It don't make sense to me if,
Yeah.
They're the highest rate.
yeah.
I think a lot of white people, especially after the George Floyd protests, are wanting to contribute to that and get equity
No,
and all
this-
that stuff. But this is way
this is
before.
historically,
This is
though,
all way
bro.
before, right? And I see what you're saying.
Anytime they talk about
Yeah.
abortions, it's not the black women out there
Yeah.
protesting. You can look
even
up
like
any
black dominated areas.
you can look up any media clip. It's
Yeah.
not the black people.
It's
that's
it's a lot of white women with those pink vagina hats or whatever. That's interesting. You don't know about that?
Yeah, you don't know about the
You know about the
yeah.
pink vagina hats? Are black women really just not that engaged in that kind of protesting? Like, they have other shit that they have to do? Right? Is it not that important to them?
Is it a false statistic?
You think it's a false statistic?
I'm asking you guys, do you think that?
I
I don't
don't.
know.
Because
don't.
at the end of the day, let's understand that anybody can type some numbers in on a computer.
No facts.
Have you ever seen the movie Fahrenheit 451?
I know of it.
Where basically, it's a book as well. So basically, the concept of it is they change history and perspective of everybody of what they know to be true by constantly just changing it on the internet. And people don't read books anymore.
Right, yeah.
And they burn all
Thank
the
you,
books
social media.
so that they can always control the history all the time.
Yeah.
So we think about when you look up things through Wikipedia, that's a source that can be edited by most people who
Yeah.
just go online. So
But what's the gain?
online is it's like we learn everything from online nowadays, and we don't really look up anything in the books anymore because like they're not making any books about statistics in 2021. So we're going online, but understanding that things can be easily manipulated online.
But what's the
So-
gain? Like, what's the gain for white people Like,
thinking
you don't think that it's like a control eugenics thing still, right?
the whole abortion thing was set up for population control, and the people who started it were believing it was a woman and a man. They both believed in population control, and when they tested it on the countries that they tested it on, they chose specific countries who were in poverty because they felt like they're dumb. Let's just test it on them. If anything doesn't work out, they're dumb anyway. They shouldn't be reproducing.
So when
understanding that it's about population control, when you think about what would the white people benefit, I don't know what the benefit is. The benefit is keeping the amount of black people lower so that we can keep more white people higher or whatever. I don't know if it's specifically that, but I know that they're intending on keeping the black community a little bit less. So they don't want so many more black people because we are starting to overpopulate, and the blonde-haired, blue-eyed generation is starting to die down. You're seeing less and less and less blonde-haired, blue-eyed people.
So do you think that's why it's the white women out there protesting because they like, yeah, we need abortions so the black people
we need to control the black people
so they can keep having abortions.
Honestly, I wouldn't even say that, but honestly, the way you sounded, shit, maybe.
I'm just saying, but
maybe
the way that you put it together,
maybe. Yeah, I wasn't even saying it like that, but yeah,
that came to my mind. Like they out there protesting because they want us to keep having abortion, killing the babies and lessen the population.
If the main media control is kind of pushing this is for equity, this is to empower women, maybe. But I feel like most white people who are on those lines, like me, I support you to have that option. I think we are legitimately trying to give you your choice to do what you need to do to make your situation better. Because here's the thing, when you're going to have more poverty, which affects everybody. You have shittier neighborhoods because you can't afford the right place, you can't afford the right food. So your kids have shittier health. They grow up really crappy. They have more health issues. You know what I'm saying? So if you take away that, you give that option to hey, we don't want you to be in poverty. We're going to try and decrease poverty by not trying to decrease the population, but decrease the unwanted population.
Yeah, that's like what they're doing in China, where you're only allowed to have a certain amount of kids.
I think a lot of white people who are in the protest lines just want to help. I think it's women in general. Women are fighting for all women to have
There's a lot of the gay community that's out there fighting for it, and it doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying?
Because they're feminists.
Yeah, and the feminist movement is actually anti-women. That's not helping women. A lot of the things that the feminist movement is doing is actually hindering the growth of women more than anything, personally, because it's creating this whole dynamic of what he was over here saying. Women want to be, women need to be independent. No, women should be able to step back and be soft sometimes. We should step back and not have to be aggressive. And we're in a society to where, as a woman, I'm expected to hold my own and be aggressive and make my own money and da-da-da.
That's not what you're expected to do.
Maybe not from you, but I am expected to that because I'm a grown person and it's my responsibility to get up and go to work and every day and take care of myself. Nobody's going to do that for me. Not because I'm a woman or a man. It's because I'm a human being that's responsible for myself as an adult. So
yeah, that's just called being an adult.
It's just called being an adult. It's not man or woman either way. It's just being an adult.
Right.
So because I'm a woman, I don't get anything like a pass on bills. I don't get a cheaper bill because I'm a woman. I don't get a discount on anything because I'm a woman.
You're still going to get the guys who, a guy who really wants a woman or a partner who really wants another partner is going to do those things and not take care of you, but win your favor. So you're still going to get that. If you want to be treated that way and you expect to be treated that way, there's somebody out there who will treat you that way. If you can't find him, then you can't find him.
Yeah, I think there's all types of people out there. It goes
back to Kevin Samuels. It's there's certain expectations you have, and if you can't fulfill those expectations for the other person, you can't expect that person to like you. It happens. It's possible that you could be a nobody who falls in love with a celebrity and you guys somehow kick it off. That's possible. It's happened. Likely, no. Because
how many women celebrities would take a regular man off the streets?
Right.
You got Prince Harry but it's not.
They do. It's known that women do that.
Is it common?
Yes,
though?
especially all over America. From being a live streamer, I can't tell you how many times I see ain't shit ass niggas that aren't doing anything that have successful women that they just go over there and sling dick and just move in with them. Happens all the time.
But I'm not talking about celebrities though.
I'm just talking about successful people, high value people in general.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Just
like women. Because with women, if you find a girl that can cook, that can clean, that can fuck you, that's clean. She may not have as much money as you, but she's cute and she ain't got no kids and you got everything that you need and you're financially stable. What can that person do for you? You don't need the money from them. You need all those other things. So you're going to go ahead and pick that person as a partner.
The whole point of a relationship, though, is like it doesn't matter what you have, what you are, who you are. It's give and take. And it's like, do you give me something that I want in my life and vice versa?
Do you give me something that I can't give myself as well?
Yeah, you fill a void.
Something that I don't already have.
Do you fill a void for me?
Yeah, exactly. Something I don't have. Yeah. So yeah, I have money, so I don't need that from you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's more likely to find a partner that doesn't have the things that you have because you don't need those things from that person because you already have those things. But some people want people who are like-minded as well. Yeah. It's like, well, I work this hard. If you're not working this hard, then that's not a good match.
Yeah.
But there's equally both of those types of people. It's not like one or the other.
But
there's
I guess
both.
we have to say on what's considered normal. Like as far as, does that happen a lot? No. I think that's the point there. Well, we're definitely never going to completely agree with everything, I don't think. That's for sure. And even within the pro-choice crowd, we've learned that there's different variances to how that goes. So that's interesting to see. All the people we think are on our side really are not necessarily 100% with us. But yeah, this is a good conversation. I think it definitely needs to be extended, and we'll see. Nothing is official yet. They haven't. Supreme Court hasn't made their determination as of this recording. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But either way, I think everybody has the right to their opinion. We'll just have to see what the government allows us to do. That's the problem. But on behalf of Major and Bree, thank you so much for watching. We'll have to see you guys next time.
Can I just say one thing? Hey, check out this documentary called Jackson. It's about Jackson, Mississippi, and it's about abortion. It's a really good documentary that's very eye-opening. And I will say this, do what you feel is best for you. And don't make other people feel bad for doing what they feel is best for them.
Pro-choice. Bye.
What's the difference between me and you, 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 me and you? What's the difference between me and you, me and you?